Hello everyone and welcome to Autos and Gizmos. Apple unveiled their flagship product to the world during their September event, the new iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro. And much like the previous year's unveiling of the iPhone 12, the event was held as a live video stream from their headquarters at the Apple Park in Cupertino. And I'm so excited to finally get my hands on this new phone, the iPhone 13 Pro in Sierra Blue. In this video, I will do a quick unboxing and let you know what I think switching from an iPhone 10. Here it is in the flesh, the iPhone 13 Pro in Sierra Blue. I normally follow the 2-year upgrade cycle, but in this particular instance, I've held off upgrading my iPhone 10 for almost 4 years. When Apple unveiled the iPhone 10 back in 2017, it was a breakthrough product. It's the first time Apple introduced Face ID and OLED screens. It's the same technology used in modern iPhones available today. However, it's starting to look and feel outdated. And besides, I need a phone with a better camera so I can create cinematic head unit install videos for my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's go right ahead and open the box. And to do that, just peel away these 2 tabs on either side. It's a very simple packaging this time. And then after that, you just simply lift the cover off and your iPhone's right there. And my goodness, this is the biggest camera lens I've seen on any iPhone. And again, the minimalistic packaging approach continues inside the box. The protective plastic cover is only added to the front of the phone. And as expected, those surgical grade stainless steel do smudge so easily. Here's just an all-around side view of the phone before I remove this protective plastic. Here is the charging port. As expected, it's still Lightning, but notice on one side there's 3 holes and on the other side there are 5. Then finally on this side you can see the power button, which appears to be somewhat positioned lower than the previous iPhones. Then finally, let's remove the protective film that covers the front of the phone to reveal the 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display. Now in comparison, the iPhone 10 has a 5.8-inch Super Retina HD display. Then within the box itself, you'll only see 2 items here. No sign of a power adapter as expected. First item is the USB-C to Lightning adapter. I don't really have a lot of USB-C power adapters in my house, and my MacBook Air doesn't have a USB port either, so I'll probably just leave this cable in the box for now. The last item is the product information pack, which contains the SIM eject tool. I have tons of these already, so if you ask me, Apple should have stopped giving us these 2. And that is it. That's the iPhone 13 Pro unboxed. Oh, and since I happen to have an iPhone 10 box lying around here, I might as well do a side-by-side comparison. iPhone 10 was released during the time when Apple was giving away free power adapters along with their phones. It's actually very nostalgic opening this box and seeing not just the power adapter, but also an earpods. Now in terms of screen design, Apple has moved the speaker cutout all the way to the top edge of the screen, rearranged all the sensors hidden underneath this space to reduce the size of the notch. Remember this commercial? Now let's do a weight challenge to find out how much weight that 1/3 of an inch added to the iPhone 13. In the blue corner is the iPhone 13 Pro, weighing in at 205 grams. Then in the silver corner, the old but reliable iPhone 10, weighing in at 174 grams. Now that weight difference is roughly the weight of 1 slice of bread. So if you're currently waiting for your iPhone 13 Pro and wanted to find out how heavy it will feel in your pocket, just get your iPhone 10 and a slice of bread and put them together inside your pocket. Here's another close-up look at the iPhone 13 Pro screen, and that speaker cutout again with a closer look at the notch. Now looking at the sides, you'll notice the ring/silent switch on the iPhone 13 Pro sits lower compared to the iPhone 10. On the back, you can see the size difference of the cameras between these phones. It's insane. And that camera bump, it's like a bump within a bump. Next up is the boot up challenge. I'm going to press the power buttons on these two phones simultaneously. And if you notice there, the iPhone 13 displayed the Apple logo roughly about 2 seconds ahead of the iPhone 10. It helps that this iPhone 13 Pro is powered by Apple's latest A15 Bionic chip with a total of 6 new CPU cores and a faster neural engine. The setup process for new iPhones hasn't really changed that much, so I'm just going to fast forward the video from here. I'm setting up this phone as new, and later on I'll restore an iPhone backup which I took just earlier today. It took about 2.5 hours to create an encrypted backup, so make sure you allot some time for this process. As reference, my iPhone 10 has a total capacity of 256 gigabytes, and I've used up roughly 175 gigabytes. The next comparison I want to do is the phone's CPU performance. Now I'm just using Geekbench ML, which is the free version used to test phone's ability to run machine learning applications. Since this is a newly released phone, Geekbench ML is still currently unable to recognize the new A15 Bionic chip and instead registers it as an ARM chip. You can see in this particular test, the iPhone 13 Pro outperforms the iPhone 10 by a factor of 2. Next, I want to test the faster screen refresh rate available on the iPhone 13 Pro. Apple is calling this technology ProMotion, which is their version of implementing 120 Hz refresh rate.
With our latest technology, this ProMotion display can refresh from as low as 10 Hz to as high as 120 Hz.
What this means from a day-to-day usage for a typical phone user like me is that the scrolling across a page or switching between apps will look much smoother. And if you can see here, the iPhone 10 is on my right and iPhone 13 Pro is on my left. The scrolling performance on the iPhone 13 looks smoother. I commend Apple to that. And if you actually look closely, the display of the iPhone 13 Pro is able to follow my finger much faster, and the rubber band effect is not as obvious compared to the iPhone 10. Also, the faster screen refresh rate will be probably more obvious if you use high-performance games on your iPhone like real racing or flight simulators or something similar. The final comparison I've done is the video stabilization and recording quality. To be honest, this is a very rudimentary test method. I'm just holding both phones while recording a video and walking across this bridge. And to be honest, it's really hard to tell the difference. At the end of this short clip, I also took a photo of the scene, and again, the color representations on both phones are very similar. I haven't really fiddled with the new settings on the camera app on the iPhone 13 Pro. These are all default camera app settings, so maybe there will be improvements there later on. And that is all I have for you in this video. I hope you find that useful. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.